This time of year in the South, perfect fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Washington football team. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. From the gun, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Out to his left. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Locke going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. from the shotgun. Wilson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They look to throw. It's Locke. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Play action. Now it's Locke. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Block off a play action. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's Locke. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jonathan Bostic. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now Locke. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. To throw is Wilson. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Kyle Pitts out of Florida was the 4th overall pick in the 2021 draft, the highest a tight end has ever been taken. A lot of people thought he was the best player in the draft as well. Wearing number 8, he's a matchup nightmare for any defense. Good grab there for a first down.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play action. It's Ryan. Buying time to his left.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run with Patterson, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Patterson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd and 1, Ryan eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A give running right, Gibson. Nifty move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A handoff for Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. They'll run with Gibson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Play action. Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished third among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Curtis Samuel exhibited a lot of versatility for 4 years in Carolina. Now in his first year with Washington, expect this football team to try and put the ball in his hands a variety of ways.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? He's got a man complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's caught right side by Anderson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catch.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 2. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They go play action with Wilson. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And hats off to Russell Wilson. He just went over 35,000 passing yards. Seems to be in contention for a passing title year after year. Came into the league in 2012 and so darn consistent. Congratulations to Russell Wilson on topping another marker. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Ryan back into his end zone. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Ryan's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. To throw is Ryan. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Pushing his way through. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's it, baby.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On the move to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Gibson here running out of the gun. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.